Hello and welcome to week 2. For week 2, the first thing that you'll start with is your reading assignment. So once you open up that link, you're going to see the assignments spelled out for you both visually and in text. You'll read argument in critical thinking, argument in college writing, and finding topics. And I want you to read all of those sections from finding topics. You have a Prezi that will walk you through the main points of the reading for this week. All right, let's move on to the review section. For the review section, I want you to think carefully about your topic for the semester. This topic is going to be a semester-long topic. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to create a journal-style article, meaning that you're going to do some secondary research. You're going to look at outside sources through scholarly articles. Maybe in some cases you'll go beyond the 4 required scholarly articles and add some popular articles, but at any rate, you're going to form that literature review that you see in the articles you'll be reading all semester by the research that you're going to do about your topic. And then you're going to do some primary research through a survey, and you're going to put it all together. So they call it IMRAD style, and what you see in IMRAD style is you see an introduction that includes a review of previous literature on this topic, and then you have that study that you did, which you will be doing in your survey later in the semester, and that will spell out who your participants were. You'll talk a little bit about that survey, how it was constructed, when your data collection period was open, and then you'll do a data analysis. And then you'll bring in your discussion those two things together, the secondary and the primary research. So basically everything that we do this semester is going to build upon that final culminating activity, that creation of a journal-style article. So that is why thinking hard about what you want to study for a semester is important. You really have anything up for grabs, but when you click on this 301 argumentative prompts, what I want you to do is look at the options. Here's the topics. And when you click on any of the topics, you're going to get a long list of possibilities. And then you'll obviously, continue to go through all of these. When you click on these, you'll notice that you're usually linked to at least one article. Now, this article isn't necessarily a scholarly article, but it will give you a start in thinking about that particular topic. Now, I want you to think not only about something that you're very interested in, because you're going to want it to carry you through 14 weeks, but also something that you know will be researchable. So what I do is after you've looked through these topics and you've decided, what you're going to do is you're going to complete your topic journal. And in your topic journal, this is something that's due at the end of the week, you're going to tell me, give me 3 questions you have about your topic, your reason for choosing the topic, what you think your audience might think about the topic, before reading your paper and after reading your paper. It's hypothetical, right? You're not sure yet because you haven't written the paper. And then what your purpose for writing the topic is. So not your personal reason for choosing the topic, but what you want your audience to take away. And I gave you an example below. And so again, I want you to really think about how the semester will build upon itself. All of these parts will be part of the week's work that we do, from here, week 2, all the way to week 14. But what I will do once I've read your topic journal is I will check in Google Scholar to make sure that you can find articles on this topic. I may suggest that you tweak it a little bit so your research can be more specific. I might encourage you to think about adopting a different topic because I'm worried that it's too specific and you might not find enough research, but you will get that feedback from me. And then, of course, as with all feedback, that's a dialogue. So as soon as you have questions, I want you to ask them. So 2 important takeaways from what I just said. You're going to choose your topic. The topic lasts all semester, so choose carefully. And then you're going to write about your topic in your topic journal. I'm going to give you feedback to make sure that it's a scholarly, researchable topic, meaning that we can find scholarly research on the topic. All right, so that is the review and the assignment, for this week for just your topic. The other thing that I want you to do is I want you to just get familiar with seeing what APA looks like. So you're going to do a sample, you're going to do, not a sample, I'm going to show you the sample of an APA screenshot and comments about it. So let's look at that first. So this is a screenshot that I took from OWL Purdue. I'm going to show you in just a second where you can snag something like that. And then in your own words, I want you to describe what you see in that screenshot. So when citing an article from an online journal or other periodical that has a DOI, the first you're going to list the author's last name, followed by the first and middle, if available, initials, etc. So this is in my own words describing what I'm seeing. So let's just go over to OWL Purdue for a second. If you find something that is just going to give you an illustration, let's just say it's from an online news article of what that looks like in APA format, you will take the screenshot of that section and then you're going to paste it into a document and you're just going to describe what you see. All right. And so again, this is the sample. Down here is where you're going to turn it in. So again, it just gives you the directions. Find an online example, take a screenshot, paste the image into a document, and describe what you see. And also add where you retrieved the image. So if we go back to my sample, this example was retrieved from the Purdue OWL, the online writing lab. All right, so those are your assignments for week 2. The final thing in the review section is simply that Google Scholar link information. So what's going to happen is I'm going to provide you with that Google Scholar link. I'm going to explain, a little bit about, if the PDF or HTML version is available, you can access it. But if you can't, you can copy the title into Library One search. So say, for example, this longitudinal study looked really good to you about violent video games. You can take this title, paste it into Library One search, and then you can find the article, if it's available, of course. And then what I want you to know is we have a site widget on most of the databases. It could be all of them available through Oakland University's library system. So what you'll see is it will cite your article according to APA format. You can copy and paste that right into any of the assignments that we have this semester that require a citation. So project number 1, annotated bibliography 1 and 2, project number 2, project number 3. The one thing that I do caution you about, though, is that these citation machines sometimes have errors. For example, we're in APA 7th edition, so you're going to want to make sure that you find 7th, not 6th. Just double check when you go back to something like the Purdue OWL that it looks the same. Often the errors are minor. I'm looking at this one right now, and I don't see any errors. So you would be fine in using this one as is. I think we don't use DOI colon anymore, though. We just add the URL, which, like I said, you can confirm by simply going back to an article with a DOI assigned, and you can see that DOI colon is not there anymore. All right. So that covers, kind of not only an overarching view of week 2, but where week 2 is headed in the, the long term, all the way through the rest of the semester. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.